Hello everyone, welcome to Obsessive Chicks. It's the long-awaited what would we store and what would we not store in prepping. This is my daughter Danielle. She's new to the channel. We've kind of changed what we're doing in the channel. It's going to still be prepping, but it's going to be our lives too. So much, like I had said in the past videos, is things have changed in our lives and drastically, and we've learned a lot. So anyways, we're going to get right into what would we prep and what would we not prep.
Hey guys, so we went to YouTube and asked our viewers what they wanted to know about Lori's personal SHTF situation. Everything that she has learned from her preps, what she wouldn't do, what she would do again, what she would do more of.
And there was a previous video where I came out and said, hey, sorry I've been off the grid for a while, but definitely life experiences and changes in my life, our family life. So if you're interested in seeing that video, look at the link below. So go ahead, let's find out what people had to question.
So Tennessee Girl asked, of all the ways you stored food from home, canning dehydrated, purchased, freeze-dried food, which do you feel was the best method?
As far as like prepping, I still have a lot of my freeze-dried foods, my number 10 cans. When I purchased those, we literally put them in storage. We have an air-conditioned storage, so it's in Arizona and it's held. I never plan on touching those. I did that for long-term storage. So there was a certain amount of my preps I planned on spending money on and never touching. What I did do and what we did store a lot of and use was our canned foods.
Yeah,
we used the heck out of it.
The sausage, the beef, those were all major things.
I mean, you have to think, you know, when you're in a situation where you can't go to the grocery store, and if you can go to the grocery store and buy things that are on sale and can them, it is amazing in the savings. Just a little can of roast beef at the grocery store now is what, $5? And you know, for a whole quart mason jar of roast beef, granted the original cost when you see it go out could be $50, $100, but what you get in comparison, you're canning it. There's no preservatives in it. Yeah. So
you know what's in that jar.
So like all of my jar foods, we wiped out completely.
Yeah.
You know, and it took about a year and a half. And some people say, oh my gosh, you know, what if you never eat it? It goes bad. We've had canned food that we've ate that we personally jarred 2 years.
Yeah.
2.5 years. So that would be one of the things that I would say that I would definitely, we're going to pipe up and get more canning videos out there because we use the heck out of it.
Day to day. It makes life so much easier too, just having chicken on hand or ground beef in jar on hand. It makes dinner time a lot easier. And then when you start to run out, you replenish it.
Right. The things that I wouldn't prep anymore of is condiments. When I started prepping, I went crazy with condiments. I mean, I was worried about salad dressing. Well, what if we don't have butter buds?
And those went bad real quick.
Yeah, you know, I canned and I had a lot of flour on hand. And I didn't use nearly as much. And so over time, unless you're turning your flour, it's going to go rancid. So I would suggest I have the grain flour, wheat, so we can grind it, but I wouldn't can as much flour. Our sugar is still great, beans, the rice, oatmeal, all really good. And we're going to have videos down the road opening cans up and showing you what we have that works still.
Laurel Nesados, have you noticed anything that didn't hold up after time? The flour. Like I said, the one thing I wouldn't do would be the condiments. Like the ketchup started to go bad. The
salad
dressings, they started to separate.
Right. You've got to think on oil, at least liquid oil, even if it went rancid, you could use it in an oil lamp. So don't get rid of it. Put that away. You know, you still have your dates on it, but I just wouldn't do as many condiments. Soy sauce will last forever. For gosh sakes, you know, if you want to store something, Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, all your sugars, you know, anything that's sugar based will store forever, honey, you know, so those kind of condiments, yes, have in store. Our dehydrated vegetables we used them in stews. I mean, I still have the things that I put in number 10 cans and the Mylar bags that I've got in storage, but everything that we put in mason jars, we've used all of.
Yeah.
My son literally would make top ramen soups and throw fistfuls of
the mixed vegetables,
dehydrated vegetables in. So that's something you definitely.
I've had a lot of guys in the Army doing that.
Yeah, when my son went into the Army, I sent bottles of that. And boy, those guys ate it up. So, and meals in a jar, we ate all of those. And I do have another video where I went to Honeyville, and unfortunately, Honeyville's getting out of the freeze-dried foods, and so I'm going to have to find another company that I like. I know Thrive's out there. I have never been a fan of Augason Farms. Strike me, you know, I don't want to not go to Augason. I just don't like their quality. And I know Thrive's out there, Mountain House is out there, but they just do meals. They don't do individual meats and things. And I'm going to have to look into the different companies. Yeah. What was the other company?
Patriot Pantry.
Patriot Pantry.
Yeah.
So we'll have to look into that.
Yeah. Okay, so Alesha Ryan asked, what products do you feel you lost money on? And also, of all the items you had and the hard times you faced, which items did you just not want to touch, even when you were on hard times? Like for me, I had a shit hit the fan moment when my parents passed and my funds went toward adopting my siblings. Still, even in this hard time, I had stored of foods I just wasn't interested in. They're still good, but I know how to find alternative items because they won't be something I'm happy to have.
Number one that I wasted money on, that I would never do again, and it's not that they were inedible, hot dogs.
Yeah, those were gross.
They were gross. They kind of turned out what, if you like Vienna sausages, then you'd like a hot dog. They were better if you grilled them. Yeah, we had, my son had one friend that actually liked the hot dogs in a jar.
They like puffed up.
Like a Vienna sausage.
It was weird.
And the texture wasn't there, and so, yeah, we're done doing any kind of sausages. Hot dogs.
Like ground sausage is really good.
Huge. So when you ask, like, what would we do more of?
Yeah, ground sausage.
Ground sausage. Yeah, that was that chicken, pork. I had somebody make a comment on the pork video that said pork has got worms in it, you know, something or another. And all I could think is, well, at 90 degrees in a pressure cooker, they're dead. And
extra protein.
Extra protein.
We're sick, sorry.
People eat all sorts of things all over the world. Yeah. So, yeah. I definitely would do the pork, the beef, the chicken, the sausage. Oh, my gosh. We use the heck. Sausage, gravy, corned beef. Corned beef is another awesome thing to can. Danielle makes an awesome pozole.
Yeah, I can pozole. And that is amazing.
The beef stews, all the vegetables. We're getting ready to do potatoes. Because you take them, you empty them, you drain them, and you fry them up in easy morning breakfast. So, I mean, in the answer, I would up the canned foods that you jar yourself. I mean, you can go purchase this stuff, but the cost is so much better when you do it yourself. And then as far as the food preps, like the number 10 cans, the taco meats, they're soy-based, and so I never tended to go to that. I would rather have had like the Honeyville beef, the chicken, the ham. We went to that. But the soy-based products, I figure that is for 30 years down the road, and literally, if we're starving to death, we'll eat it.
Yeah.
It was never
day-to-day.
It was never purchased for day-to-day.
No.
Yeah.
And another thing that went bad was your buttermilk powder.
Yes. Yeah. I stored the cans of buttermilk powder, and unless you're making biscuits or something every day, which you would use your flour, then that would become in handy.
Yeah.
So yeah, the buttermilk powder was one of those things we wouldn't store.
Yeah.
And evaporated milk. I stored cases and cases of evaporated milk, and I'm not going to do that anymore. It's just I threw too much of it out. Didn't use enough of it. So I'll always have some on hand. But.
Yeah.
So the things we would store more of is personal hygiene.
Yeah. Those were huge. Those helped out so much.
Toilet paper,
paper
towels, laundry soap,
toothpaste,
toothbrushes,
body soap,
deodorant.
deodorant.
I mean, when people would give me a hard time when they would see 12 bottles of shampoo or the deodorants or 18 bottles of it, we used every bit of it. You've got to think, when you lose your job and you do not have an income coming in, that's one of those things where just $3, even if you go to the dollar store, you're getting bad quality. You might as well get it on sale, stock it up. But we didn't have to go and purchase any of that. I mean, it was easy 2 years where we didn't have to purchase any of it. Now my stores are like deplenished. And so over time, we're building that back up again. But toilet paper, you've got to think. You want to be without toilet paper? I don't.
Yeah, definitely not. I'm good on that end.
So, like I said, you know, in our videos coming up, it's all about our life. And homesteading and prepping, one thing or another, I just think getting back to simpler ways of life. We all live this busy life, and just learning basics is essential. Sitting back, crocheting, playing with your chickens, your animals, right?
Yeah.
You know, get back to the simpler ways of life. And I hope that you enjoy our videos. Like I said, prepping is a huge part of what I do, but it's not all I do. It's not all we do. And we love to can, we love to do things. So, and Danielle, she loves doing keto. We have discussed like what we're going to do in videos. And, you know, every day to day, you can eat real fattening foods, or you can tone it back and try to eat better. And Danielle really does try to eat better. But there's sometimes where you just don't want to. Sometimes you want to eat the white chocolate berry pie with all the sugars. So we're going to start doing like a video where I make the white chocolate pie with all the sugar in it.
Yeah, and then I'm going to do like the low carb white chocolate pie.
Because it's not always about eating fattening food or low fat. You know, it's moderation. Everything in moderation. So we hope you enjoy those videos. Like I said, I'm going out with my husband quite a bit. I say quite a bit, as much as we can both handle me being in the truck with him. But, you know, there's videos out there that I think would be interesting for people that are just traveling. I've taken showers on a lot of truck stops lately. And so I'm doing videos of truck stops that are better than others. I don't know if a lot of people realize that truck stops have showers in it. So if you're traveling from Arizona to Kentucky, you know what? There are clean showers out there that you can stop by and take a shower, refresh, and then get back in the car. And so I'm doing videos on that, and then other trucking parts of the life. Danielle will be doing her life, chickens and eggs and animals and the farm life.
Yeah.
So we just hope
living
that
in the country.
Yeah.
While you're living in the city.
Yeah. I'm a little bit country.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a little bit of rock and roll. So we hope you enjoy. And sometimes you'll hear the kids in the background. Luckily, they're a little quiet today. So
for the time being.
I hope you look forward to our videos. God bless y'all.